I am just shocked. I still can't believe I actually am seeing this statement from the Sims team for real right now. Like, this might be the most shocking thing that they've done this year so far. Whether they actually follow through and truly improve the game's stability is one thing, but even the fact that they're saying this at all is just, wow. I still can't believe that this is real. I was expecting a laundry list today, but they put out this two-part letter, so let's read that first. To our community, we know that technical issues with The Sims 4 have interrupted your gameplay over time, and we recognize that this has caused you much frustration. Today, we can share that we have assembled a team to invest in the core game experience, including tackling your reported concerns. This newly formed and focused team means we'll be able to increase both the number of fixes and the frequency with which we ship these batched updates. Our first release is scheduled for the next patch later this month, May 2024, with others following roughly every 2 months. The details of this month's release are in the laundry list, which is available now in the Sims 4 newsroom. Additionally, we'll continue making core improvements to the performance of The Sims 4. Our next patch will include some optimizations across platforms so the game uses less memory. As a result, you may experience fewer crashes, a better frame rate, and/or a more responsive simulation. Thank you for continuing to play and invest in The Sims 4. Our team is more dedicated than ever to developing great The Sims 4 gameplay experiences into the foreseeable future, and we appreciate your support as these critical improvements roll out. Dag Dag, The Sims team. This is a lot better of a statement than I would have expected, not just simply saying, we hear you, we promise to do better. But they have a plan laid out. They've hired more people specifically to fix the bugs, and we're already supposed to be seeing big improvements performance-wise with the patch next week, and it hopefully will fix things that I just at this point had lost hope long ago for them to ever get better. Of course, we still gotta wait and see if this new team actually does manage to fix many big issues with the game. I mean, even with some recent patches, they've claimed to fix certain things, but they actually were not fixed. Gardening especially comes to mind. So I still remain skeptical about this. But still, I have to acknowledge the fact that them even going to the effort of putting out this statement is a big deal, when they could have just carried on acting like things are normal, and many people would still buy their DLCs anyways. Perhaps the 1-2 punch of For Rent and Crystal Creations being the thing that finally rocked the boat just enough for EA to put together this initiative. Those two very buggy packs came out not far apart, and now that it's been months since then, logistically it would have taken some time for them to put this team together. However, there is one major flaw that I can potentially see with this plan, because when you go to the actual laundry list page, they basically say the same statement that we went over, but they also said that their goal is to fix more important concerns, both big and small, over the next 6 months and beyond, to check off more boxes on our laundry list. So it's like, okay, after 6 months, this team might not even really be a thing anymore, or there just might be going back to like less effort of fixing bugs. I don't know, it's just weird. It's like they say 6 months and beyond. They could have just said something more general, like, yeah, they're going to keep doing this for the future, not just 6 months and beyond, getting me to reference that Venom meme. It just comes across strangely to me with the wording. Alrighty, so with that all out of the way, let's go over the actual laundry list here, which is notably longer than usual. I wouldn't say by like a drastic amount, but there probably will be even more bug fixes in the actual patch notes themselves than what we see here. That's typically what happens. But starting with the base game, a trash can is required message will no longer display when trash cans are present on the active lot. Thank goodness, this is so annoying. Dishes left in corners will no longer be ignored when cleaning up. Skills won't stay in alphabetical order. This whole time, I thought that was some kind of mod issue, but it didn't bother me enough to investigate that. Plants won't grow weeds when out of season. If a plant has weeds when reaching the out of season state, they will be removed until the plant is back in season. Okay, there we go. There's one fix for gardening, and hopefully that will stick. Sims can properly merge or move households with NPC Sims not in world. Merge/move button no longer grayed out. Wow, that's funny. I think it was literally just 2 days ago I saw someone tweet about that issue. Careers/jobs that don't require a daily task no longer have a blank daily task menu. I have actually run into that one. Campfire causes too many fires. Yep, I saw that one talked about too. Skills will not randomly increase or change when leaving the lot or editing the household. Jeez, that's a bad one. I'm surprised I have not actually heard of that. Summon grilled cheese interaction will no longer drop from the interaction queue. Yep, another big issue. Sim will no longer get stuck in the ground and continue to swim laps. That's been an issue for a long time. Maybe since like Pool's released? I don't know, but yeah, that's a pretty famous glitch. Calendar notification light will no longer switch off after traveling. Oh my goodness. There's a lot more severe issues than this, but this is one of the most consistently annoying issues for me personally, because I switch households almost every single time I play, so it's just like the calendar lighting up for no reason, and I've not even seen any mods that fix it. So, oh boy, I just hope they do that for the phone as well, because especially if your Sims have Social Bunny, then yeah, it often does light up, and then there's nothing actually new from there either. Customizable pronouns were adjusted to appear correctly on a few of the romantic relationship phone calls and will no longer display improper usage like ask they're out. Oh, okay, that's an awkward one. Glad they're fixing that. Several packs are in the wrong order. Yep, I pointed that out before. And on console, after switching to build mode from world map, a red bar will no longer display in the upper right corner. Yes, I've heard that one too. Cats and dogs. Kittens will route downstairs without causing a route error. Small dogs and puppies will no longer route fail when using the elevator to go downstairs. Cottage living, hatchable egg, and spoiled eggs will no longer disappear. Dine out! Whoa, dine out mentioned. Order for table interaction will no longer get stuck in the interaction queue after waiter delivers food to the table. Home Chef Hustle players can now add waffles to the restaurant menu. More menu additions to come. Interesting. What about the pizzas from that same stuff pack? And there are some, I don't remember all the examples, but I think there's food from Snowy Escape that was never added to restaurants for some reason. So hopefully they do go over other packs besides Home Chef Hustle. They've definitely got more things to fix beside that, but I've definitely run into that queue bug. Dine Out actually started working a lot better for me around the time Growing Together came out last year. But if I use a mod to increase the amount of Sims that can appear on a lot, then it has happened sometimes where the restaurant staff get stuck and then it spreads like an infection to all the other Sims on the lot where they just get stuck and I can't do anything, and not even resetting them works. So I just have to leave the lots and hope for better luck next time. That, or just reduce the maximum Sims in zone setting down to 20 in MC Command Center, and then restart the game. But getting back to it, Eco Lifestyle, nose rings will break when paired with brow piercings from Eco Lifestyle. For rent, dirty surroundings moodlet from pressure cooker/kettle. Yep, I've run into that one. Property ownership of Tamnang Sands lot will be recognized in the owned rental tab. Tourist location icons will now appear correctly when hovering over the Tamarang World Select screen. To give more context, this is referring to when you're taking your Sims on vacation and you go to the World Select screen, And when you're hovering over each world in that screen, it'll give you this flavor text outlining the main things to see in that world. And it's unique text. It's not the same as the description you can see through Manage Worlds. It's a really cool little detail I don't think most players know about. And with these little icons that appear beside that apparently broke for Tumarang a while ago. While this is more of an oversight than just a bug, I hope they update Chestnut Ridge for this, because when you plan to go on vacation to Chestnut Ridge, when you hover over that icon, it just gives you the same old description that you see through Manage Worlds instead of the unique flavor text and the icons and all that. So I hope they go back and add that one day, just so that it's consistent. Moving on to Get to Work, a major issue I've heard about with aliens. They'll stop having noticeable changes in facial structure when aging up. For Growing Together, the Had a Baby milestone unlocks after giving birth at the hospital rabbit hole. The Had a Baby milestone is now unlocked after having science babies for the first time. High school years. After a teen sim attending high school completes all tasks and aces exams, they will also be promoted to a better grade. Teens cannot send flirty messages to adults or household family members. Horse Ranch Sim will no longer autonomously want to buy mini goats and will stop triggering UI pop-ups. So that's what was going on, because I have run into that. I even had it when I had my sim visit the hospital. So that store where you can buy the mini goats from was not around. So okay, yeah, that was a really strange one for sure. Nectar value is now properly increased when selling to the mysterious rancher. Horse will no longer get stuck sleeping when too close to the horse ball. For Island Living, mermaid conservationists can now complete the Snorkel and Mua Palam job task. This is a really old glitch. I think this has actually been around ever since Island Living first released, because a characteristic of mermaids is that they cannot snorkel. So if you put a mermaid in that specific branch of the conservationist career, then they are locked out of doing that task, essentially breaking your progress. Seasons. During winter, Sims will properly animate and remove weeds when a plant is surrounded by weeds. Gallery. Non-anonymous gallery users appearing in the following and followers tabs don't display the number of followers each user has. And all profanity filter false positive reports sent to us via the Sims 4 Gallery Profanity Filter Feedback Survey up to May 1st have been reviewed and changes implemented. We appreciate all the responses to the survey and will continue to update our systems based on your feedback. There we go, that's the whole laundry list. So if all these issues genuinely end up being fixed on top of improving the game performance, then this patch potentially could be really good. So hopefully that's what happens. However, it is worth noting that we are supposed to be getting some announcement for exciting free content next week. There's no guarantee necessarily that it will be in next week's update. It could be something that will come at a later date. But if it is actually coming next week, hopefully it's not something that breaks new stuff. I wonder if they may try hyping this up more on social media, because I'm not sure how many people have actually seen that main menu teaser. I still haven't seen it in mine, but it could be because of mods, especially since I have one that alters the layout of the main menu, but it may not even be a mod issue. I'm keeping my expectations low, but whether the surprise ends up being good or not, it looks like we may still be in for a pretty good patch if it does indeed fix all of those bugs. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts on this laundry list in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!